Hi, it's Bev again. Now today, I want to talk about a bit of a dilemma we have here. You know, you always want to gain muscle, we know why, and you want to lose fat, right? Your goals usually are kind of a combination of this. You may think about this, but this is very important. Okay, so that means, and we know this, right? You have to weight train, and you have to have a little bit more protein in your diet. But over here, you've got this issue of having to have a calorie deficit in order to lose fat. So how do we do this? It's the dilemma. If you want to increase your muscle mass, then you're going to need more caloric fuel. So how do you lose fat? How does this go on? So 1 pound of muscle, let's say it uses 10 calories a day, but 1 pound of fat only uses 2 calories a day. So you get into this issue of a calorie deficit to enable you to lose fat. So if you increase your muscle, you're going to need more calories a day just to maintain that muscle, right? And it's going to increase your resting metabolic rate, your metabolism. Your ability to burn calories is going to be greater when you have more muscle. So then you have this other side, this calorie deficit issue. So you might think, well, I'm just going to eat more protein because protein takes a lot of thermal energy to digest. It's, very inefficient. It's going to use a lot of calories, and that's going to help me build muscles. But if you eat too much protein, it's not going to be able to be used entirely for your muscles. So it's going to be converted into glucose and even body fat. So you've got this issue going on. What are you going to do? Well, the first thing is, obviously, you have a total energy expenditure. Oh my goodness, this is pretty sticky. Whew. For your body. Right? Depends on what you do, how much exercise, blah, blah. But you've got a certain amount of energy that you use in one day, okay? If you eat or have an intake of calories less than what you're using, well, obviously you're going to get weight loss. And on the other side, if you eat more than what you're using, then you're going to have weight gain. So when you have weight loss, sure, you're going to lose body fat. Over here, you're going to gain body fat. But what happens with your muscle? How can you gain muscle and lose fat at the same time? This is the trick, right? So let's look at, I'm going to talk about something different than total energy expenditure. I'm going to talk about a positive nitrogen balance, okay? So a positive nitrogen balance, and nitrogen is only found in protein. And no matter what kind of diet you're told to go on, any crazy diets even, they're never going to tell you not to eat protein, right? They're going to say, oh, don't eat fat or don't eat carbs, blah, blah, all those different crazy, stupid things that you go on. But they never at least say, don't eat protein, right? That's good. So protein is going to give you better cellular growth, and it's going to give you more fat-burning enzymes. And remember, it's only found in protein. So what happens is the nitrogen in the protein, you want to eat more than what you lose. You want to eat more nitrogen than what you lose through your body mechanisms. So your protein intake at least must match your protein needs. And what happens is weight training, when we come back here, weight training is going to enhance the nitrogen retention in your body. And weight training is going to increase the muscle synthesis, so your new muscle growth, okay? And it will build an anabolic metabolism, not a breakdown metabolism, a build-up metabolism. And you've seen my other videos on metabolism, right? So weight training and nitrogen found in protein, when you increase this, is going to give you a higher muscle tissue percentage, a lower fat tissue percentage, more calorie burning, and so you're going to be able to eat more calories. But you can still have a calorie deficit because you've increased your weight training, your need for calories, and you're eating more protein. So you have almost taken your resting metabolic rate and you've increased it. So had you not eaten a lot of protein, had you not exercised with weight training, your metabolism is here. But as soon as you do those things, it needs more calories. So you're eating more calories, but you can still eat a bit of a deficit, right? You can still eat a few hundred calories below that need and still build muscle. So I guess what I'm saying is the best way to grow your muscles is to demand more from the protein that you're eating. And that's how you get into this positive nitrogen balance. Now, how do you lose nitrogen, right? How do you get into a negative nitrogen balance? Well, there's lots of avenues. You can starve yourself. You can eat fewer calories than your basal metabolic rate, which is your rate to just live, to keep your organs going and your heart beating and your brain working while you're sleeping and all that kind of stuff. You can have a nutrient deprivation. You can be ill, right? Occasionally you're ill. High stress, sleep deprivation. Maybe you don't have enough potassium in your system. Maybe you're overtraining and you don't allow your body some rest. All of this is going to give you a negative nitrogen balance. If you want a positive nitrogen balance, for instance, in training, that means your body has sufficiently recovered from your workout before you beat it up again, okay? So remember, the best way to grow your muscles is to demand more from the protein that you're eating, okay? You can have a slight calorie deficit and you're going to be eating more calories because you've done this, okay? And you're going to have a positive nitrogen balance. It's a bit of a complex issue, but I hope this has helped some of you, okay? Thanks a lot. See you next time.